Alperen Sengun, first-time All-Star last season with his team making a jump to the playoffs. He's now entering the hardest part of his NBA career. Playing at that level consistently is tough. On top of that, he's going to have high expectations. His team has championship or bust expectations. A down year, he will not hear the end of it. But watching him, in my opinion, he's capable of more. So fans expecting that is fair. But also, they look at his age, just 23 years old. The immediate thought for optimistic believers instantly is he hasn't reached his peak yet. He has potential to go from star to superstar. But in this very situation, it's just as likely, if not more likely, for players to just flatten out in terms of career trajectory. Do you believe he has another level to reach? And do you believe in him reaching it? Let me know your thoughts below. Also, leave a like right now. It helps out a ton. Thank you very much. First off, I just want to say, remember the talk that he would never ever be an above average defender? Well, last season, he completely destroyed that narrative. He deserves so much credit for developing as a defender. I really appreciate the buy-in and effort level from him there. Per Basketball Index, he ranked A or better in these categories: rim disruption and deterrence, help defense talent, post defense, screen mobile defense, and lastly, screener rim defense. But he was also thriving at the little things, hustling nonstop, A+ offensive rebounding talent, 17th out of 570 players ranked for offensive rebounding. Just ridiculous. While also being B+ defensively as a rebounder, but also ranked 28th out of 565 players in terms of screening talent, giving him an A+ as a screener. Now, I will say, I think the extra attention to detail and effort affected his offense. He kind of stagnated on that end of the floor, and I do believe there's another level for him to reach on offense. The question is, can he continue to be like he was defensively last season, but also combine that with a career year on offense? There's still so much room to grow for him on that end. I think from a shot-making aspect, I was a bit disappointed. It was the worst three-point shooting season of his short career, 23% on 1.2 attempts per game. The Rockets were 21st in three-point percentage last season, also 20th in three-point attempts per game. Obviously, adding Kevin Durant will help in that regard, but also in-house growth is needed, like Sengun getting back to 33%, or maybe even better. That would help them out a ton. On top of that, the first two seasons he was shooting 71% from the free throw line. Now, recently, he's been getting to the foul line more, 5+ free throws per game the last two seasons, but he has dropped down to 69%. Clearly, his game doesn't rely on jump shooting, but it will also just be a nice outlet to have if it became more reliable. Nothing is more annoying than when a guy like Jokic bullies his way to a couple baskets, and then the next possession, because he needs a little rest, he just settles for a three, and it's nothing but net. And that can really affect the mental of the defense, because they're thinking in their head, what on earth do we do? Now I gotta worry about covering the perimeter? Come on now. I think he's missing that small nuance in his game. His touch all around in every aspect, every distance needs to be worked on. Far too many bunnies and shots that should be automatic were missed last season near the rim or in the paint. I'm not gonna lie, I do believe some of it was just mental, overthinking it, or just not being confident, because you see his hook shots and tough shots at times, and you're like, what's stopping it from being more consistent? That's what makes me think a part of his struggle is mental offensively. But from a basketball perspective, the problem I see is his go-to most times is just bullying his defender. That is his natural instinct most of the time. For example, off a short roll when he's catching, going right into a jump shot, that isn't really an option for him. He never is thinking that. Like a Joel Embiid type shot, a set shot off the short roll, he doesn't have it consistently in his bag. It doesn't seem comfy for him either. Usually, instead of doing that, he's just opting for the push shot or the floater, or of course, he's trying to get all the way to the basket. I think that kind of holds him back. Just sprinkling in a set jumper from all different spots on the court would make him more dynamic. Right now, it's not even really an option. I think that's a problem because the defense knows what to expect. By the way, his efficiency away from the rim just wasn't there at all. So get this, he shot 64.9% at the rim. You'll take that with his volume. But in the paint, non-rim shot attempts, he shot 41.6%. Not very good. And the issue with that is 42% of his shots came at the rim. The other big area was, of course, 40% of the time, his attempts came from the paint, non-rim attempts. The other 18% involved the rare mid-range and three-point attempts. He also shot 37.7% from the mid-range, so clearly he has to work on his game away from the rim. His touch in that aspect is all over the place and can't be counted on every single night. I mean, right now, there's not an above-average efficient spot on the court for him other than at the rim. And it's crazy to think, despite that, he's still cooking, he's still putting up numbers, and he's still having a huge impact on the game. Imagine if he can improve in this regard. It'll open up another level to him. But overall, it's just odd to me. You see his sweet touch at times, and you think that would trend throughout his whole entire game. Definitely will be watching for this next season. Can he improve in this aspect? Because I stand by it. I believe he's capable because I've seen flashes. But the thing is, he may need some time. Many forget, but Jokic, the first 5 years of his career, shot 33.8% from three. That's optimism right there, but unfortunately, the dark side of me is thinking Sengun is behind him, well behind him, 27% from three in his first 4 seasons. But back to the positivity. If you look deeper into Jokic's first 5 years, he really only had one great season, and the rest were pretty mid. So maybe, just maybe, that hot shooting season is on the way. But here's another issue. Jokic was always an above 80% free throw shooter. I just wanted to go over some areas that he could improve on. He's such a unique player. No one saw him doing anything special defensively, and now he might be a step ahead compared to the other end of the floor. But we also got to remember, he's only 22 years old. He needs time to figure some things out. And let me tell you, I think one of the best developmental tools for a young player is actually failing in the NBA playoffs. It makes you realize what you need to work on. Getting playoff experience as early as possible is so important. I just can't wait to see what he looks like next season. Do you believe he's got another gear to him? Let me know your thoughts below in the comment section. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. If you got time, check out my other videos. And most importantly, have yourself a great day and peace out.